Hello everyone. I hope every one of you can hear me good. Would be nice if someone could reply in Discord and tell that the sound is good, because I could make it louder still. Okay. So then let's start. So the topics we are talking today I put together in a table of contents. First we will talk about tokenomics and problems with the actual tokenomics. After this we will talk about some changes in the token, and because you requested it, we will talk about the bad looking charts, make there some community votes, and tell you a little bit more about the complete roadmap. So first of all, these are the actual tokenomics that we are using at the moment, or that we started with. What you see here when you look at it, first of all, you see that we have around 800 billion total supply. This is a lot, and this is one of the first problems, but we will go to this in the future. We have a redistribution of 3%, what is nice because all of you will get more coins while holding. 3% auto liquidity. There is another problem what we are talking. 1% burn, which is fine, and 1% for charity ads and development, but there's also a problem. So let's talk about the problems, and then we can look around the solutions. Yeah, first of all, the 800 billion QTRX. The problem with this is that these are very unreadable prices because of all the zeros, and it really looks like a shitcoin because it has that much token. So this is something what we should definitely change. In our case, we have burned like 70.3% of the total supply. Everything what's burning over 50% looks really weird. So yeah, that's also not the best thing, and we will change it. So the next thing is that the deployer or developer wallet has 24.99, so like 25% of the total supply, and that's also not good, and something what scares a lot of new investors, and what we will change. And the next thing is that the ownership is not the null address. This will be also displayed in some of the lists and stuff as a risk, and that is something what we should change. So now there are some problems with the contract. The auto liquidity feature has a deployment error and does not work, so we turned it off. And the charity dev and ads feature has also a contract error. It's a different type of error, but it does not give any coins to the charity dev or ads wallet. It's just burning the coins or losing the coins. And the last bad thing at the moment is that there is no audit, what will also get a lot of trust from the people. So yeah, these are all the problems that we have at the moment, and I will show you some solutions, so some proposal what we can do. And yeah, so these are the solutions that we're going to do. These are examples. So for the price problem, we could change the total supply of 1 billion QTX. We also should make clear that we not burn more than the half. What's also a big problem because it looks really shitty and is some sign for some of the people that this is a strange coin. The deployer wallet should not have this much amount of tokens, so they should be under 1%. The ownership, that there is an ownership by address, is not good, so we should change it, that the null address is the owner. The auto liquidity feature should be fixed, and also the charity dev and ads feature should be fixed. And we should have an audit for the contract. So let's talk about the bad looking charts. I think a lot of you saw that we had added liquidity before we initially want to add liquidity. That was someone who wanted to harm us, another developer of another coin, and he added the liquidity. And that makes the chart look really strange. I think here you can see it better. I marked something. So if you're a new investor, you think that initial guys lost nearly everything, and all this before we started. So this looks really bad. If you look after the red mark here, where now my cursor is, that was the starting point here, and that's not that bad. It's not good because we are losing something, but it's not that bad. But I think this is one of the main reasons, and was also, you guys told us that this is one of the main reasons why new people won't invest in the coin. So we have to change this. So to change this, we have to make a new token. People who now looked for the token and just saw what we made, we just changed the name, and we will also change the contract, that the features will work, that total supply will be different, and to fix and address all the problems. But now we will have the one-time chance to make new tokenomics that are more powerful for our token. For this, we plan to make 3 suggestions where Questers community can vote which type they want to have, and we can bring maximal security for holders. So the dev wallet, very low balance. The ownership will be the null address. Liquidity will be locked, and we will have a whale and bot protection. We also will have no BNB rewards or other design problems that will empty the liquidity pool. I think that some of you guys noticed that BNB rewards and other design problems, they will empty the liquidity pool. If you analyze it mathematically, they will take money from the liquidity pool, put it somewhere or give it to the people. And that's something what nobody wants, because an empty liquidity pool doesn't give you any chance to sell your tokens. So for everything, for the new token, we will also have a new launch. So we make a new token with a new launch, and the first thing is that we will launch at Tuesday, sorry. And there will be a short pre-sale, 1-to-1 for starting price. So that is what we think makes the most sense. We are open there for discussion. And we would make PooCoin ads, Facebook, Reddit ads, marketing on Twitter, Reddit, Discord, and Telegrams for the new launch. Everyone who has now Questos token QTRX, they will be replaced by the new token. So you just have to add a new address and you will have automatically your token. Because we will have less total supply, it will eliminate some zeros and there will be some calculation that you knew. So there will be some factor for your new tokens, but they will worth the same. For the new start, we should also make a new complete roadmap, because at the moment we have the problem that not all steps from the launch of the new token to the QChain launch are there. There's nearly no point. So people who are interested in investing in Questos, they don't understand what's all necessary, what we will do, what are the steps, if we are good or not in it, and also the partnerships. The key features in the complete roadmap will be the public app, so web, iOS, Android, the public testnet that people can see and test by self, by them, that everything is working. Status announcements, so if we bring up new nodes, developing stuff, that we announce it properly, that everyone knows, okay, this point is done or this point is at 80%. Or even if we have problems, that everyone know it. We need the public explorer, blockchain explorer for the testnet also, that people can check and see what's going up there, and some strategic partnerships. I think that was everything from this AmA. I'm now open for questions, so you can just write them in Discord, or you can write them in Telegram now. And you can also tell us what you think about the plan to make a relaunch with different tokenomics and all the stuff. And when you see any problems or something, just tell it to us. I can respond, we can discuss, there is no problem. No, you don't have to do anything with the tokens. You just have to add the new contract address when it's public to your wallet, and then you will have their new token amount of the new tokens. We will also make a short pre-sale. I think that makes sense to increase liquidity if possible, because we will now try to get as much as possible out from the current liquidity and add something more, but it would be still better to have more. But for you, you have to replace the token contract address and forget the old tokens. Yeah, it's completely like you wrote in Telegram. Just add a new contract address to Trust Wallet, and we also stopped trading at the moment, so we set the amount to 0, that nobody can profit now from the actual situation, so that nobody can now buy in for cheap or just sell everything or something. So that's why we stopped trading. So it's not possible to trade QTRX anymore at the moment. It will be possible for the new currency. So for the new contract, there will be possible to trade. There's no problem. But we just did it as a protection for the holders now, because it would be really bad if people now buying for a lot cheaper price than you guys and earning a lot of coins from the new start and just directly selling it or something. That's why we made this. good thing also is that new people will see that. Okay, yeah, I will also explain this. The new questions, give me some seconds here. The good thing is that new people will see the Questos token as new. So they will see this will launch in like 5 days or something. I think we should also start in the mid of the week and not at the weekend, because everyone tries to start at Friday or Saturday. Prices for advertising at PooCoins are so high at weekends. They are 10 times cheaper in the week. Why we shouldn't profit from this? And when we start at a strange time or at a not weekend time, not prime time, more people, there will not be a lot of other starts. I think that's also a good plan, to not go and try to compete with really, really big projects at the same time. Yeah, but yeah. Okay, the bot protection in this case will be just limits for sending and selling. And also we can do something from the tokenomics, but this is up to you, because we said that will be a community decision. If we make a high redistribution, it will be really bad for bots buying and selling. And if they are not familiar with the project, they don't understand the tokenomics, so they will just buy and sell and lose money and redistribute the money to all of you guys. Yeah, now I will respond to Swole from the Olympus token. He said they have excellent tokenomics. We will look at the tokenomics with buybacks and rewards in US dollar, unlike other BNB rewards. He had a problem with rewards, for example, for holding, if they are coming from liquidity, was mostly, in the most cases when you get BNB rewards, the contract will automatically sell some of the guy who buys, sells, sends tokens. They will sell some part, change it to BNB, and send the BNB to the people on how much they hold. This sounds really interesting for just getting BNB for holding something, but at the most part it means that it will empty the liquidity pool, distribute it for everyone, and now the main currency, what people holding, that's worthless because there's no liquidity. And that's like a really, really big problem. That's also with some part of other rewards, and you always have to be careful if you put there rewards that going with the liquidity. Because if the price is rising, it will be okay. Nobody will notice it if you have big rises. It will only be a little bit slower in the price rising. But if you take liquidity when the price is falling, it's like a chain reaction. The price is falling, you take liquidity, it's falling more. People selling more, taking more liquidity, it's automatically telling liquidity again. I hope you can understand this, but this makes selling really, really bad in some cases when you have BNB rewards or other coin rewards. Yeah, I also think that if we make high fees in some point, we have to decide what is high for us and what's not high. But if you have high fees, it's a lot better for the holders at the end. But we will look into every currency, every tokenomics you send us, prove them, and build the best one for our projects. But there are some cases, as I mean with like the BNB rewards, and some cases they can be really bad, even if they sound great for the people and they think they will become rich in holding something. They will be fucked totally fast by liquidity down of the currency. I saw this at some currencies where it took only like 2 or 3 days until hundred thousands of dollars of liquidity was eliminated. And then mostly it's parked, or a big part of this is parked at some dev wallets, and they just earned a lot BNB for like just ripping the others. Swole, you can also write in Discord. What you mean by close the chat? Chat. Oh, sorry. I was reading. Strange. Sorry, yeah, close the chat after launch against FUD. Yeah, we should also close the chat at some other times, or look for this, because FUD is spread around really fast. I also see there some FUD that I never understand, because people invested, then they sold, and then they making FUD, and then they buy again. So they just making FUD to earn money. I saw this in one case, and that's really bad. Yes, well, for the transaction from BSC token to Questos network, that will go to a cross-chain transfer. We will make this when the Questos network is there, so you can send a BSC token and get the Questos network token. For the ownership re-announcement, I think that we not will re-announce it. I think that we will lock it for some time, which will have the same effect that the owner displayed as a 0 address. So it will look like re-announced, locked. It's time locked in this case. So later we can access it, but it will look a lot better if people will prove it. And I think we should make all the fees variable so that we can change them if we want. So that will have the thing that when our own network is online, we can eliminate all fees if we want for the token, or some of the fees, lower them, that the transfers are working. But they can also work, in this case, the transfers, when we just predefine an address that's excluded from fees. No, we just make the Questos network live when we have everything what we need, like also the cross-chain bridge and other stuff that you can access the network. And there is also some development work to do for the Questos network. That's what I said with the new roadmap that we also need. So we will work on the roadmap, that we have all the points on it, that people can see really fast what's going there, play around, and that we have a plan that we can start the own network in some months. from now, so that we not take until December, that we probably take now 2-3 months to get the network started, the own network, because this will get a lot more trust from the people and a lot more attraction from influencers and people around, because at the moment we are just a BSC token and not an own blockchain. Yeah, we can just distribute the tokens and not launch PancakeSwap until marketing is at a good point. But that would mean that we have to lock them, because otherwise someone else will add liquidity and that will make the same mistake than the last time. So we can distribute the tokens, but we will make this when everything from the contract is ready. Probably we should, and we are at the moment, there's an audit made. If the audit will be done and there will be problems, we will correct them, make the final audit. I think that will take like 2 or 3 days from now. And when we have everything, I think we should start the token, redistribute everything, probably make a short sale to get some more people in for 1-to-1 the PCS price. The audit is they are already doing the audit. So we will start with an audit, and yeah. I will write to the company later. It's a German company. So no Indian or something. It's a German quality work. I saw some of the tech rate audits, and they're really not so good. Some of them are only like 3 pages, don't have any information. Even if they got trust from the people, please compare a Citric or Tesh rate audit against each other. You will see that the Certic or CRTK audits are a lot longer, better. Just to give you... Yeah, but I can tell you later more about this. I will now stop the recording